Hey guys, say this like every time. Hey guys, hey guys. What am I doing? Currently just finished sweeping my stairway. Just gotta keep the house in a bit of order. Um, just thinking about the whole husband training thing again. At my church, I've kind of like been spending a lot more time with a lot of the older married men. You know, in line with the Bible, and I believe it's Titus where it says, the older men should teach the younger men. So I've been like allowing them to sort of teach me here and there and direct me and so on and so forth. And one of them was telling me about how important it is for me to build character as a man and as a husband to be, how important developing character is. And for those who see like the first husband training video, you'll see that I'm trying to basically behave like a husband, now to my family, my brothers, my sisters, my mum, my dad now, and be a pillar in my house now, so that I know how to do that when I'm in my own, in my own house. So it's like I'm challenging myself to take more responsibility, to be more aware of what's going on around me. Because sometimes when we're in our own house, some people are in a position where they know how the bills are paid, they know what the situation is because they're quite active in their house. Some of us, I sometimes find it hard to remember, like today, that the bin men come every Wednesday. This morning we took out the bin. Yesterday, usually we take it out Tuesday night. My mum wasn't around. My mum was, she's away at the moment. So my sister had to remind me this morning, you guys haven't taken out the bins, and it's like, no, I need to learn to remember these things. Not in a, cheesy way, oh, you don't know how to take out the bins in your house. But responsibility requires me to remember those kind of things. One day I will have my own house, and not saying taking out bins is a big deal, but there will be things that I need to constantly remember to do. There will be things that I need to constantly remember to remember. I know some of us go to uni and we think because we can survive in uni, that's it, I'm ready for the real world. But when there's two people in the house, it's a bit more complex because the dynamic of the two people need to fit and so on and so forth. Anyway, yeah, blah blah. So anyway, just in growing as a man, because there's an increase in sort of like teaching and like people trying to tell girls how to deal with guys. For example, there's that new film that's coming out, Think Like a Man, and I noticed that. Hold on a second. Oh man. Hello. Sorry. See you. Why are you doing this to me? I'm gonna WhatsApp you in a couple of minutes. I'm actually in the middle of recording a video blog, so when it goes up, you can actually see this phone call because I don't edit them. So you're gonna see that I wasn't lying and I was. Don't shout. What's the problem? What are you trying to do? I'm gonna. It's not on TV. It's on my YouTube TV. Look. I'm gonna WhatsApp you when I'm done. I'm gonna WhatsApp you when I'm done. All right. Shout out to Lulu, innit? So yeah, sorry about that, guys. Oh man, I forgot what I said. Oh, the film Think Like a Man's coming out, and there's a lot of people going around, teaching young women how to deal with men, and it's like men are being taught in general to have the wrong kind of mindset towards things. There's a lot of things, and it's being taken as that's the way men are, so let's just deal with it, rather than trying to teach us how to be correct and how to be sensible and how to be the way we should be. It's like people are accepting men the way they are and teaching women how to deal with it. And it's almost like, no, I don't think you should teach women how to deal with the problem. Help men fix it, teach men how to fix it. Let's teach men how to be men. So for example, the men in my church, like for example, they're talking to me about diligence and the power of your words. It's interesting how in the Bible it said that God holds his word higher than himself, which means it's like God in no way wants to be called a liar in any way. He doesn't want anyone to be able to hold it to him like, you said this. Well, no, he holds his words so highly. And I realize that as a young man, men in general, we need to have that same kind of mindset whereby our words are like, when we say something, we stick to it. One of the pastors, he's a married man, and he was saying to me, yeah, the church like you, you're talented, blah 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 blah, but it says if you can't stick to your word, you're useless. He says that as talented as you are, if I ask you to be somewhere and you're not there on time or you're not there at all, I don't care how much talent you got, I'm not going to ask you again, because talent is not going to tell me, the talent is not going to make you come. But if somebody's okay and they kind of do the job enough, but we know that they're going to be there and they're going to be on time and they're going to do the job at least, they're going to be favored over somebody who has all the talent in the world. So he was talking to me about talent, not talent, about diligence, consistency, and being able to stick to your word. And it's such a difficult thing to do, because sometimes guys, we just talk without thinking about it. I'm guilty, which is why I'm in the process of, battery's low, oh, this is so embarrassing, which is why I'm in the process of, sorry guys, I'm in the process of learning, I'm in the process of developing in the area, because I know it's really, really, really important to have, for people to be able to trust on what you say, and trust, to know that when you say something, you can at least stick to it, or to have some faith that, you are going to do what you said you're going to do. To have some faith that you are where you say you are, and you are going to do what you're going to do, so on and so forth, so on and so forth. Yeah, these things are very, very important. So let me just, repeat what I was saying basically again. And I'm just really, really in the process of learning that, trying to remember, because it's not easy, guys. Like, let's be realistic, it's not easy. Sometimes, you might genuinely say something. I always use this example, because if I needed a heart transplant and my mum said, Shayo, I want to do the operation for you, I don't care. Like, I wouldn't let my mum do it. Even she said, I promise you, I won't let you die. She's genuinely, desiring to not let me die. I still wouldn't do it, because no matter how much my mum desires to do that, doesn't mean she can. And a lot of us young men, we say things that we genuinely believe and genuinely mean. Sometimes some guys just straight lie. I mean, that's a totally different situation. But guys do honestly mean what they say, but don't really have the necessary tools or ability or characteristics to carry them out. And it's like, we have to literally look at ourselves and say, you know what, if I can't really do this, let me not say I can. If I can't, it's better for you to look like a sheg, on a sheg, than what's the word, a sheg that can't be trusted. So it's better for me to look like I prefer to be trusted as a sheg than to be untrusted and still look like a sheg. So it's like the pastor in the church as well. Whenever I like, maybe I don't do something or whatever, or I mean my laptop was messed up, and he was like, oh, what did you do to your laptop? How can you do this to your laptop? And literally, he doesn't take excuses. So anytime I'm like, but he's like, you're about to give me an excuse again, and I just have to like kind of shout that no, it's not a situation of excuses. This is do or die. Learn to do or die. Don't, because when we start to do excuses, and we start to sort of like excuse ourselves in situations, we're more likely to sort of not stick to our word, because we know that we can explain ourselves, afterwards. Now, I'm not saying that it's not. Sometimes you are gonna be unable to fulfill obligations that you make. It happens, it definitely happens. But it's like having a mindset of, I won't fail. I won't. I will only say what I can guarantee. Will reduce the amount of disappointment you make to somebody, which will maintain the amount of trust they have in you as a person. Now, this is something that I'm really trying to learn. Trying to struggle with, trying to fight with, should I say. There's a perfect example of me in church. The team that I'm on in church, we have to look after the sanctuary. We're required to be at church every Sunday at 8:30. I live in Enfield, my church is in Poplar. It takes me about an hour and a half, 2 hours, depending on a Sunday. It could take me up to 3 hours to get to church, because the Southbury train won't run, then the Enfield Town train won't be running, so I have to go all the way to Oakwood to get the Piccadilly line. That might not run, so I have to get the bus to Wood Green from Oakwood. After this is already 45 minutes just to get to Oakwood, and I have to get, it's like, it's ridiculous. So sometimes it does take me really long. And but for the past like 2 weeks or so, I've been getting to church at at like between 8 and 8:30. You know, waking up at 5 a.m. and it's really, really teaching me that, you know what, it's all about me deciding um, to fulfill that commitment. You know, instead of me saying, give myself an excuse that the train weren't running and this and that and this was delayed. No, 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 no. Do what you can to make that commitment. Do what you can to make that. Now, I'm not saying that I'm going to stick to it forever, but in my mind, I'm not going to. In my mind, I've already told myself you cannot be late. I may be late. You know, it may happen. I'm not going to promise that I'll never be late. I'm going to tell them I'll try my best to be on time. But in my head, I've told myself never be late. I can't tell them I'll never be late. I can't make a promise for the future. I do not know what's going to happen next week. I do not know, you know, but I do know that I'm going to try my best within myself, because this is something that I need to, you know, do within myself, so that the integrity is within and it shows on the outside rather than on the outside. You know, I'm only, if I only do it based on the outside, I'm only going to be doing it for people, and it will never be something that's embedded. So when somebody is allowing me to be late, I'll be late because they don't want me to be early. But if I'm somebody who tells myself, do what you say. If you're going to be on time, say you're going to be on time. And if I do it to sort of reaffirm and remind myself that you need to be on time, then, you know, I'll be a lot more consistent with my actions, with my choices, with my decisions, so on and so forth. And really, it's something so important that a lot of young men, a lot of brothers I've been talking to, we're all having the same kind of issues where we're saying things and we're not sticking to them. You know, either whether it's financially, whether it's in a relationship, whether it's, you know, just to do with, you know, things in the home. Like, I don't want to be in a position whereby I can do something but I never ask, because it's like, yeah, you can do it, but boy, you know, no one wants to be in that position whereby you can fully help someone, but they're not going to come to you for help because they can't really rely on you. And the crazy thing about it is, 2 girls have told me, and I know plenty of girls would agree, girls do take note of these things. When they see a guy who can't handle his, you know, finances, who can't handle his, you know, like, oh, he's always telling them at church he's going to be on time, he's going to be there at 10, and he comes at 11:30 and gives excuses. They take note, they take mental note that, yeah, I don't know, you know, and it's like, whoa, you know, they look at the way, you know, a lot of girls look at the way we lead and deal with our lives, and they base that on, you know, on how we're going to deal with, you know, things in the future, you know. So it's like, guys, if we really want to be taken seriously in the world, and we really want to be, you know, step up and really be men, and as you know, as men should be, you know, we need to stick to what we say a lot more. And I'm not saying this as an expert on keeping your word. I'm saying this as a perfect example of a failure in keeping your word. And only by the grace of God will I get better. Only by, you know, me constantly reminding myself. It's like a constant reminder. Like, I've just finished doing the sweeping. I have to remind myself in the morning that this is something you told your mum you'll continue to do. This is something that you know you want to keep your house in check. Keep doing it. You know, keep doing it. Keep doing it. Keep showing that integrity. Yeah. So that's it from me. Normal housework. Got to sort out some stuff for my CV. Got to sort out some stuff. Paper gave me a call this morning from France. Sound like a Frenchman. It must be France. And we had a nice talk with him. Nicolas. Yeah, I think it's France. From Germany. Nicolas. Spoke to Nicolas from Paper. Sort some stuff out for Bishiki. Yeah. Have a good day.